The team's ready to emerge. Well, whatever ground they have gained, whatever confidence they have accrued, this Aston Villa side face tonight, in Steve Bruce's own words, the ultimate test. Here's Duffy. Oh, Kodja able to win it back, and despite Duffy's attempts seeking to get Villa moving, and they'll win a free kick here. Look out the guilty man on Gardner.
Well, this free kick is what, a good 40 yards out. The way Adoma came across, maybe think he was going to shoot from here, but he's just having a word with his teammates saying get across maybe the line. He's going to try and whip this towards the far post and give his teammates something to attack, because trying to beat a goalkeeper of David Stockdale's quality from here is really surprising.
Seems to be a little bit of concern about where Gardner is here, but the flick header is tremendous, and Nathan Baker has struck for Aston Villa. Well, what a terrific start for the visitors here at the Amex. The set piece has paid dividends for them on the road again.
Oh, Nathan Baker makes the very most of a pretty average free kick. He's actually underplayed this, Albert Adoma. There's a lot of pace on the ball, so Baker just has to make decent contact. Just glance it, don't try and power it, just help it on its way. And that's all he does, and the bounce of the ball, I think, catches out David Stockdale, who's not alive to it. If you wanted to play this a bit deeper, Adoma, he underhits it, but Nathan Baker's alive. It's a brilliant flick header. I think the keeper would be pretty disappointed. He's across. Can he get a stronger arm on this and keep it out? But a wonderful start for Villa.
The home crowd's enthusiasm, normally so fervent, dampened to the extent that even Mile Jedinak is not being booed now. It's Amavi's ball, it's dangerous. Stockdale able to grab it at the second time of asking. It was Adoma arriving with real interest.
Well, the keeper did really well, because the centre-halves just didn't see Adoma moving. The keeper read the danger and stepped in the nick of time.
Well, Brighton needing to be roused from a first-half slumber, really, here. The supporters trying to do that. Murray trying to do that. Shot is on! And when he gets a chance, that's what happens. The man who could be the difference for Brighton this season, Glenn Murray, into double figures.
Well, this is why Chris Hughton keeps the faith in 4-4-2, why he keeps the faith in players like Glenn Murray. The give and go here is exceptional from Glenn Murray. Just draws, I think, Nathan Baker towards the ball, then spins beyond him. That creates the space that he needs to get his shot in. There's James Chester, actually, who he just pulls out of position, and that is a devastating finish. It's all about experience. When you've not really been involved in the game, when you have a chance like this to bury it so comfortably as this, top class.
A crucial goal and a milestone goal, his 150th in league football. Here's Adoma. Oh, Westwood in behind here, and a promising start to the second half for Villa. Villa having to get it away. Agbonlahor and Duffy tussling in the 6-yard box there. And Adoma robbing ball beyond Kodja. Well, the message has certainly got through to the Villa players in the dressing room.
They're certainly not going to sit back, Aston Villa, and watch Brighton come at them. Adoma has been a real problem for Gaetan Bong. You see what he's trying to do, pick out Kodja at the far post. Very difficult to get that right. You're trying to bypass the goalkeeper and keep it flat enough for Kodja to get his head on it, but really good start to the second half of Villa.
That's a corner. There may be protest about it.
Sam Baldock was adamant this ball brushes Jordan Amavi. Officials think so as well. It just seems to just roll over his hip. The officials have got it right.
Well, if it touches the shorts, it's part of you as far as the officials are concerned. Interesting. Sidwell! It's a routine we have seen them work before.
Well, it is clever, but it's notoriously difficult. The player, no matter the technique that he has, when the ball's coming at you, trying to adjust your body, get over it. Even though you're no more than, what, 14 yards out, very hard to hit the target from there, but a clever corner.
Knockout. driving at Amavi. And again, set up a potential position of promise for Brighton. Into Baldock. That could be useful. Murray is there! And so often the net bulges in that situation.
Well, it's just all about quick thinking. Sam Baldock's really lively. He's first to the ball, helps it on. Murray's on the move. He does pretty much everything right. He's up early, just nudging it back across from where the keeper's come from. 6 inches lower, and that's 2-1.
Grealish. Up against Bruno. Back for Ayew. Promise here. Oh, look at the desire to defend. It was Sidwell and Duffy both held themselves at it. Oh, they're given away to Adoma. And Stockdale able to guide it to safety.
Oh, you have to give Villa huge credit here. They're giving it a real go, but Brighton defensively, 6s and 7s, not clearing the danger. They're tentative in their clearances. And Stockdale gets across. I think it's probably going wide, but the keeper didn't know that. Couldn't take a risk.
Grealish. Adoma. 4 in the box here for Villa, but Sidwell behind.
And that's what I do like about Albert Adoma. At times he'll take fullbacks on and try and get crosses in. At times he'll just get the ball out of his feet and deliver it, and hope his teammates have understood what he's looking to do. Mixing your game up like that as a wide player gives fullbacks loads of trouble.
Short one. Adoma and Grealish looking to conjure something. He's curled one. And it got a deflection.
Well, here's been a really positive substitution for Aston Villa. Has great balance, can go right or left. Takes a nick off a Brighton player, but if they can get him on the ball, Villa, he could be the man to make all the difference.
Kodja's header which clipped the frame of the goal.
It's a real quality ball in. I've seen Scalak do this, a pacey ball in, nice and flat. Keeper can't deal with it. Because Kodja can't get over it enough. If this is on target, I think he scores.
Well, Knockaert with a moment of extravagant skill, which seemed to get him out of danger, but another one put him right back into it. It's Ayew. Amavi. Ayew for Villa. Grealish. Great bit of skill, and it whistles not far away. Again, a deflection.
And once again, they're getting him on the ball. He's getting turned. Brighton can't allow this to happen. So he's facing their goal, playing a dangerous game, allowing him to do that. Once again, takes a nick off a Brighton player. Grealish has been hugely effective since coming on.
Well, they've been warned twice. They can't afford to let it happen a third time. Here's Grealish, threatening to walk right through it. Adoma. That could be useful! Oh, and Stockdale has to make the save. It was Kodja who rose again.
Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful ball in from Adoma, this time with his left foot. He gets too much on this, Kodja. Just needs to flick it, help it on its way, and the keeper won't be able to get near it. Is it a clean header? Does it come off his shoulder? I think it does, that's why. There's no pace on the ball, and Stockdale, it's an athletic save, but a save really he shouldn't have been able to make, because Kodja should have been burying it.
Sidwell didn't quite get his geometry right there, looking to feed Jamie Murphy.
And that's what you call defensive desire from Alan Hutton, flying into the challenge. We certainly didn't see that from Villa in the Premier League, and certainly before Steve Bruce arrived.
Well, here's Murphy cutting inside dangerously! And Galini had to be sharp. It was almost Bristol City revisited.
I think what makes this a really good save from Galini is the fact he doesn't see it till late, goes through bodies. It's pretty much at him. I think anything wider and he's probably not saving it, but he doesn't see it till late, has to react very quickly.
Well, Steve Bruce's side emphatically on top in the second half, but they couldn't make that show. And in the end, for all their efforts and Jonathan Kodja's opportunities, they have to settle for a point.
The Albion welcome Aston Villa to the Amex with just 2 weeks and 4 games to go of this topsy-turvy season. Digne looks up but gives it short. It's Watkins, and Watkins has gone down. It was the penalty shout. Rodgers, well, I'm sure there was much of the ball there from Buonanotte. Maybe got just a touch on it. Here you are, sees no reason to intervene. Quiet word from Roberto De Zerbi to Joel Veltman. Pedro wins it back, and that's great feet from Adingra, and Adingra forward he goes, past Louise, shooting chance, beaten away by Olsen. It'll fall to Pedro, still alive for Brighton. Pedro's cross scooped in, it's deep and flicked away by Digne from Gross. The Amex roars its approval. This was great football. Dingra's feet were lightning quick, and the snapshot tested Olsen, who could only beat it away to Pedro. There was pace in that. Igor sees a route through the middle, and he's found Adingra as well. What a pass, and Adingra sprinting freely into the area, chips it across. Falls for Pedro, and Pedro snatches at the chance, but it has taken a deflection, and Brighton have another corner. Whipped in, Webster's there over the bar. Goal kick, Adam Webster close to breaking the deadlock. It was perfectly flighted. Webster rose highest and was unlucky not to find the back of the net from a melee of players. There's Paul Barber watching on, planning ahead for next season, no doubt. To end this one on a high, just as everyone associated with the Albion does. To Gilmore, and he steps away from Watkins with real skill. Pedro, passing in field of Bailey, great ball, should be, and Olsen makes the save. Adingra couldn't get any power on it. Pedro floated it perfectly to the back post, and Adingra just couldn't get enough on it. Adingra's movement has been sensationally good in this first half, and he goes again here. Adingra, perfect for Gross. Gross should score! What a stop from Olsen! How are Brighton not ahead? The answer is simply Robin Olsen. Wonderful run from Gross, brilliantly found by Adingra, and superbly stopped by Robin Olsen. It's a wonderful save. Aston Villa have got lucky in this first half. Brighton haven't punished them. Watkins out there, or Bailey. And Louise flying in. Fair challenge. And Gross out for the corner. Aston Villa starting to move through the gears. Louise in, dunk away. Drops for Cash. The control is good. From range, Cash! Oh, he let fly there. And Verbruggen was at full stretch. Not much backlift, but very, very close to opening the scoring. Adingra again, up against Konsa. Adingra's cross is a peach, and away by Pau Torres. Took it off the toes of Welbeck. Well, he had two goes at it, Adingra. The second was an inch-perfect delivery. The corridor of uncertainty, so difficult to defend against. Pau Torres did exceptionally well with Welbeck right behind him. Takes it down the line for Welbeck. Control was instant, and Adingra is away, and Adingra prods it through, and Pedro might be in on goal. Pau Torres for company. Pedro is Olsen again. And the free kick goes Aston Villa's way. There's still no way beyond Robin Olsen in the Aston Villa goal. Another excellent stop. Wonderfully worked again. Sweeping move. Adingra and Pedro at the heart of it. Pedro held off Torres, but couldn't find a way beyond Olsen. Enciso's made the run, and that's a great ball beyond Enciso. Infield he goes, and over the bar. Brighton getting closer. That's quite the sight. Pedro touched it off for Enciso. Shooting chance, comes to Adingra on the overlap. Igor, here is the Brazilian. Igor whips in, it is there! Gross! No flag! Gross opens the scoring and ends Brighton's drought. Well, the groans around the Amex tell you that on the big screens, it's now become known that the goal is being checked for a possible offside. Red line, it looks offside, and Brighton's joy is going to be short-lived. And this will not be received well in the Amex. No goal. Aston Villa have a reprieve. Disbelief around the Amex. Aston Villa flying forward, deep cross from Digne, and Cash couldn't get there ahead of Adingra. Aston Villa do have a corner. And Bailey leaves it for Digne. And it's a poor corner, let's be honest. Oh, blocked, and it drops for McGinn, and McGinn is offside. That flag was instant. And Aston Villa also have a goal chalked off. It was very quick, the flag, as Adingra clears it. Oh, that's pretty tight as well. Bit tighter than it initially looked. McGinn did the sensible thing and just swept it home. And Brighton find a way through and break this deadlock. They thought they had. Gross's goal chalked off. Enciso, good delivery, Welbeck! Oh, so close. Almost the perfect header. Olsen stranded, but it drops agonisingly the wrong side of the post. Igor, he thought he had his first Albion assist minutes ago. Adingra, infield he goes for the 1-2. Adingra, he's gone down, and penalty. Robert Jones had a look and said, yeah, he's clipped him there. Adingra and Konsa has been a crucial battle all afternoon. And is Adingra going to have the last laugh here? I think he was caught. Konsa was adamant there was no contact. I think there's a clip there. João Pedro steps up. He's on 19 goals in all competitions for the season, but without a goal in his last 5 appearances. Pedro calmly waits. Shuffled run up, and it's saved, but Pedro with the rebound tucks it away. João Pedro back on the score sheet. Was there ever any doubt? Well, on that occasion, there was. Olsen so unlucky, but João Pedro was sharpest and quickest to the rebound, and Brighton finally have the goal that they richly deserve. They lead Aston Villa by 1-0. And Olsen actually behind the line before it was taken, gets right, but Pedro was so sharp as the rebound popped up to him, and he nods it home for goal number 20 of a pretty prolific debut season for the Albion. Marco was trying to win his side a corner, but that's the final whistle anyway. A morale-boosting first win since March for the Albion. They were better than Champions League chasing Aston Villa in every single department. It was a performance full of determination, heart and quality, and João Pedro's late winner gives Roberto De Zerbi's side revenge for the defeat at Villa Park earlier in the season. It ends at the Amex. Albion 1, Aston Villa 0.